is a different party from that of the president, then you have this situation called a cohabitation, where they're from different parties. But this is a deliberate choice here before even the parliamentary elections. And so that's what's so particular about it, is that Macron has deliberately chosen a prime minister from a different political party, and not just any political party, the conservative Les Républicains party. It's unprecedented and completely blurring the lines.
Well, it's definitely got journalists scratching their heads. Many papers expect more members of the centre-right Republicans Party to join Macron's Republic on the Move party.
It's a bet. That's what Lacroix is saying. Le pari de la recomposition. He's making a bet to be able to transform the political landscape in France. And this choice of Édouard Philippe certainly is a breach in that direction. Édouard Philippe is no lone wolf, according to Lacroix. You can expect dozens of others to follow suit. And in fact, that's what we're seeing. You've had dozens of high-profile members of Les Républicains, so the Conservative Party, but also the centrist UDI party. Lots of people are calling on their parties to grab this extended hand that Macron has made. Is that going to be enough, though, to completely restructure French politics? Well, Lacroix says we're going to have to wait until a little bit later today to see just who's going to be in the new cabinet. But we're really going to have to wait until June for those key parliamentary
elections, indeed. Meanwhile, some analysts see it as reaching across party lines. Others see it as an aggressive move towards the centre-right.
Not so much an extended hand as an extended fist, perhaps, and the right fist. Of course, that is the punchline, the pun of the day, is that this is a right swing. If we take a look at the front page of L'Opinion, they're talking about how Macron has given a coup à droite, so he's given a right swing. Also, he's given, perhaps, he's turned the steering wheel to the right. And I like this cartoon by the political cartoonist CAC. You can see Macron siphoning off petrol from Les Républicains' car there, trying to put it into that little barrel that says the parliamentary elections. Meanwhile, who is watching out for him? Of course, his new prime minister, Édouard Philippe. Go ahead, Manu. I've got you covered. Now, 20 Minutes is also going for this pun, the right punch. But they're also going for something a little different on their front page today. Au nez et à la barbe de la droite. All this is happening right under the nose and the beard of the right. Of course, it's also a not so subtle mention of Édouard Philippe's physique.
Physique, right. Well, so what does the partisan press say about all of this? The left-wing press is, I imagine, quite alarmed.
Quite alarmed. If we take a look at the front page of Libération, you can see a photo of Édouard Philippe saying that his mission is to break the right. Now, what's interesting is Libération says this is a real transgression here. And this is a left-wing paper, so, they're quite alarmed by what they're saying. And what they're afraid of is kind of a hegemonic center where there will be no real opposition. Libération says it's important to have opposition, whether it's on the left, but also on the right in a modern democracy. Now, L'Humanité, the communist paper, says that what we're seeing with Édouard Philippe is that Macron has launched a takeover bid on the right, an OPA. He's essentially confirming his determination to put in place neoliberal capitalist policies. So that's what the left-wing papers are saying. The right as well is also alarmed. If we take a look at the front page of Le Figaro today, they're talking about how Macron is pushing the right around, sowing discord within the political family that is Les Républicains. That being said, he's also challenging the left. And so Le Figaro, you can see saying that he's shaking around the right, and he's also being very defiant with respect to the left.
OK, so Prime Minister Édouard Philippe causing confusion on both the left and the right. Meanwhile, Flo, a lot of people are just trying to figure out who this guy is.
Who he is and what he isn't. If we take a look at Slate, they're saying Édouard Philippe is not a woman. Now, this might sound crazy, but back in March, Macron tweeted that if elected, he would like to name a woman as prime minister. And obviously, this is not what he's done. He chose a man anyway, says Slate. Does that mean that he couldn't find a single woman in France who wasn't qualified enough to do this job? Now, Slate is a little bit outraged about this turn that we're seeing from Macron. Also, if you look at the 6 people he's named so far, they're all white men. So we're going to have to wait and see who's going to be part of his cabinet. But so far, Slate is a little bit disappointed.
Right. He has said, though, he wants an equal number of men and women. So that's something. Flo, let's end on something lighter. Le Monde has a report on a Brazilian monkey.
for all you nature lovers out there. This is a great report on the Muriqui monkey, also known as the woolly spider monkey, the fascinating hippie monkey, says Le Monde. A really intriguing monkey for scientists for several reasons. First of all, they never fight. They solve their problems with frenetic lovemaking.
Hippie monkey.
It's all about peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah.
They're also resistant to diseases and have the most developed grammar of the animal kingdom. And in their society, talking about equality between men and women, well, that's what you see in the Muriqui monkey, is strict equality between men and women. So perhaps Macron should take a page from their book. Perhaps we all should take a page from their book.
Indeed, Flo. Thank you so much for that. Florence Villeminot there with the French press review.